Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Wednesday, February 11th. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Rivercom, the emergency dispatch service for Chelan and Douglas counties, is well on its way to a new funding stream after yesterday's election. The Brewster Police Department is seeking information on the shooting of a juvenile male that occurred last week. Lots of sunshine in our forecast through tomorrow, with showers in the forecast Friday and this weekend. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. U.S. Highway 2 is now fully open between Monroe and Leavenworth for the first time in 2 months. Tumwater Canyon, the final stretch of the highway that was under repair, reopened effective 5:30 Tuesday evening. That section saw the most extensive damage from the December rainstorms, which led to road collapses at several points in the canyon west of Leavenworth. The reopening also takes pressure off Chumstick Highway. The county road that's been used is a detour between Coles Corner and Leavenworth since December 11th. That road is also badly in need of repair thanks to saturated soils and the increase in traffic from Highway 2. Rivercom, the emergency dispatch service for Chelan and Douglas counties, is well on its way to a new funding stream. Voters in both counties on Tuesday overwhelmingly approved a new local sales tax of 0.1% to pay for a new radio dispatch center, as well as needed improvements to transmitters around the Wenatchee Valley. Rivercom coordinates the communication between police, fire, and ambulance services and manages all incoming 911 calls in the two counties. Nearly 74% of voters in Chelan County said yes to the new sales tax, while in Douglas County the vote was 69% in favor. The Chelan-Douglas Health District is reporting 2 people have died from influenza in the current flu season. Both the deceased were Chelan County residents. Grant County says it's confirmed 1 flu-related death as of last week. They are among 56 deaths so far during this season that have been associated with influenza, according to the Washington Department of Health. The state says emergency room visits stemming from flu are on the rise, accounting for about 8% of total visits in the last week. Chelan-Douglas Health Administrator Dr. Kristen Hosey says influenza can cause serious illness in otherwise healthy people, and it can be especially dangerous for those at higher risk. The health district recommends vaccination against the flu, avoiding contact with others while sick, and wearing a mask while in crowded indoor settings. Officers from the Wenatchee Valley Animal Care and Control were called to an unusual pet rescue on Tuesday. A 12-year-old dog named Hunter, who had been missing from his Cashmere home since Super Bowl Sunday, was found stranded in the Wenatchee River along Highway 2, just downstream from the Applets Way Bridge. Animal Control Officer Claudia Graham and a Chelan County Sheriff's deputy assisted, while Officer Aaron Bedeau lowered himself to the riverbank on a rope and coaxed the 50-pound husky mix onto a stretcher so he could be lifted back to the highway. Hunter had a small wound but was treated by a veterinarian and released to his owners. The dog may have run away from home after being frightened by fireworks.
The idea was simple, was just get down there, get a stretcher. Officer Graham had some pretty quick thinking, tied some slip leads together onto a stretcher to operate from the top. Me and the sheriff's deputy got down there, slid straight down to the dog. Were able to contain it on a catch pole for a moment just so we didn't lose him. Comforted the dog, and working together with the sheriff's deputy, he grabbed the front, I grabbed the back. We lifted the dog up out of the water and onto the stretcher and got him out with Officer Graham's help. He was very calm. He was cool. I mean, as cool as you could be in a situation like that. And yeah, he really worked with us. He was not fighting us or anything. He was a great dog.
You know, the reason why he got out might have been fireworks, was getting scared. Obviously, you don't know when fireworks are going to be set off. People do it whenever. I would definitely just take precautions. Do a tie out outside, make sure that there's secure tie out. And I think ultimately, I mean, word of mouth worked really good in this scenario, and the owners got there right away.
It was really cool to see not only collaboration between the departments, but to see our amazing officers and the work they do.
When we come back, the city of Omak and North Central Washington Libraries reached an agreement after a dispute over the status of the Omak Public Library, and a theft case against a woman accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a Wenatchee Valley Mall business is now clear of charges. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
The city of Omak and North Central Washington Libraries reached an agreement after a dispute over the status of the Omak Public Library. The two parties said an updated 10-year contract will ensure uninterrupted services at the library pending final approval by the Library Systems Board of Trustees and Omak City Council. The city owns the library building, and its future seemed uncertain after emails between Omak Mayor Cindy Gagne and other city leadership discussed canceling the contract in December. The $1.5 million Reimagining Spaces project at that library will also move forward now as planned. Final contract approval is expected in the coming weeks. The Brewster Police Department is seeking information on the shooting of a juvenile male that occurred last week. Shortly after 11 p.m. on February 6th, police responded to the area of Ferry Avenue and South 3rd Street in Brewster, where they found an unoccupied vehicle crashed into a fence and were notified that a male had been shot. The crashed vehicle showed multiple bullet strikes, and shell casings were recovered in the roadway. A residence in the area was also struck by gunfire, though no one was injured. The suspect or suspects fled the scene before police arrived, and the victim was airlifted to Harborview Medical Center after initial treatment at Three Rivers Hospital. No arrests have been made, and the investigation is ongoing. A theft case against a woman accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a Wenatchee Valley Mall business is now clear of charges. Douglas County prosecutors dismissed all counts Monday against Ada Mae Yancey, who was suspected of diverting more than $31,000 from cash-operated machines in the mall, including massage chairs, a photo booth, and children's rides between 2023 and 2025. Prosecutors say two of the companies that Yancey allegedly stole from refused to respond to their request for information. A third machine owner said Yancey had paid back about $300 that was unaccounted for. The county dismissed one count of first-degree theft in January and withdrew the remaining 3 charges of felony theft and false reporting this week. A big rock cleanup on Sleepy Hollow Road in Chelan County after a rock slide early this morning. This is what fell onto the road due to the ground softening, which happens a lot along our roads in winter and spring. Chelan County Public Works crews spent a couple of hours moving the large rocks onto the side of the road, one considered the size of a car, according to crews. We're told in the coming days they will be completely removed. Public Works is asking drivers to look out for rocks in the road and to call 911 first to report this hazard. Coming up next, we will introduce you to two more top 10 candidates for the Apple Blossom Royal Court, Cameron Reynolds and Elizabeth Nicholas. Our long-range weather forecast is calling for normal temperatures for this time of year with slightly above normal precipitation. I'll have your local weather details coming up, along with Eric Granstrom with a look at all things sports as the NCW Life Evening News continues after these messages.
Her Royal Highness Ella Johnson!
Join NCW Life Channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant Saturday, February 14th. The countdown to coronation starts at 6:30 with a pageant at 7. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, also by Apple Valley Honda and Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Tune in for the Royalty Selection Pageant live on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
In tonight's features story, Saturday is the day when the Queen and Royal Court are selected for the 2026 Apple Blossom Festival, and NCW Life will be there to bring you the full pageant experience. Eric Granstrom spent some time meeting all 10 candidates for the Royal Court. Tonight, let's get to know Cameron Reynolds and Elizabeth Nicholas. They'll be on stage Saturday with all the Apple Blossom hopefuls as we carry the selection pageant live starting at 7 p.m.
So my name is Cameron. I'm a Running Start student. I'm Eastmont as well. I've lived here for about 5 years. I've been coming to the Wenatchee Valley my entire life because my family lives here, and I'm really excited to be here.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
It was mainly the opportunity for me. So the scholarship opportunity, of course. And I also thought, just why not? Like, I would love to put myself out there. I would love, like, I've been a cheerleader before and I've represented my school. So I was like, I've represented something before, like, why not represent my community? So yeah, I just said, why not? Went for it, and here I am.
What for you has been the most unique part of this experience?
I would say probably the relationships and the people I'm doing it with. It's, they told us from the very beginning, like, top 10, you guys are going to be best friends. Like, you're going to build so many relationships. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really, like, believe them that much. I was like, really? Like,
Because you would think, I mean, you're kind of competing against the rest of them, right?
Exactly. And now I have that mindset where I'm like, I'm not competing against them. Like, they're my friends. So that's definitely been the most unique experience, becoming already so close with 9 other girls. So yeah,
that's awesome.
It's been amazing.
So I know you have your goals and aspirations for your life. So 10 years from now, you'll be 27, 28 years old.
Yeah.
I bump into you here on a street corner in Wenatchee. What are you doing?
I'm walking to a business that I own in my power heels and my business outfit, and I am walking like I run the world.
Wow.
And you bump into me and you say, "You look good today."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Thanks, I'm going to work."
Large and in charge.
Yep, that is a huge goal. Yeah.
So here in Wenatchee, you don't want to go somewhere else and do this?
I would love to, explore, but ultimately, this is where I want to be.
I come from a very, very big family. I have 5 siblings. So growing up was a lot of chaos and a lot of loud noises. Now I am at Eastmont High School. I am going to be an interpreter going to study to be an interpreter next year.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
I've been watching the royalty since I was a little kid. I grew up in the Valley, and so I remember seeing these amazing girls come to preschool, and I was like, I want to have a tiara. And as I got older, it shifted from the sparkles to they're so confident and kind, and the community just rallies around them. And I thought it was just such a beautiful thing. And so I knew from a very young age that I wanted to do this.
What's been the most unique experience so far for you?
I think the most unique part has been recognizing that everyone in the valley is watching this. Like, it's not just the girls who want to be royalty in the future. It is everyone looking at them and watching us and rooting for us. And it's just been so cool to see that.
And you talked about this in your top 10 speech, I think, about being a pastry chef for a 4-star hotel. Now, first of all, I have to admit, I didn't know we had a 4-star hotel anywhere around here.
It's up in Leavenworth.
Oh, Leavenworth. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us which one?
The Post Hotel.
Oh, okay. All right. So how in the world did you get into being a pastry chef there?
Well, I've been baking forever. I think longer than I've been walking. My grandmas and my mom have always had me in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And so it was just something I loved growing up. And for a good several years there, I was considering going to culinary school. So my junior year, I was in the culinary program at the Wenatchee Valley Tech Center. Mm-hmm. And the Post Hotel reached out to my teacher and asked if there was anyone that they would recommend for, from his program. And he gave them my name, and I went and interviewed for it. I got to show them all of the cakes that I had made and all of that, and that was about a year ago.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Wednesday was a good one. Boy, no complaints weather-wise. Looking outside our weather window from this afternoon, this is our monitor tower camera looking back up at the Cascades and, of course, Highway 2 heading up valley with the Wenatchee River also in the shot. Just a gorgeous shot from this afternoon. But one thing jumps out at you, not much snow on the peaks of the Cascades as you head up valley. And boy, snowpack, a definite concern all over the western United States. Hopefully some precipitation is on the way. 6 to 10 day outlook, we'll take a look at that, and it does look like right here in central and eastern Washington, we will be just slightly above precipitation totals for the next 6 to 10 days, while our temperature outlook right at normal for this time of year, which is about 40 to 43 degrees. So this weather that we're seeing now will continue in the next 6 to 10 days. And we're hoping that we do see above normal precipitation because we're falling behind. We'll get to that in a second. High temperature today, it was beautiful out there. Unofficially 48 degrees. 40 is our normal high for this time of year. 56 our record high going back to 1967. It was a chilly one this morning at 28, but that's about normal for this time of year. 27 is our normal low temperature. Our record 8 degrees, and that was just last year. Do you remember it? 2025, we were 8 degrees when we woke up. Sunrise 7:12 and the sunset at 5:19. All right, let's take a look now at your Thursday temperatures, and they will be just slightly cooler than today, but still awfully nice for this time of year. 44 in the Columbia Basin for Moses Lake, Ephrata. 45 for Quincy. Wenatchee will also touch 45 along with Cashmere and down into Ellensburg. And then the rest of our map mainly at 44 with Lake Wenatchee, the cool spot. Tomorrow's high still awfully nice at 42 degrees. Tonight here at home, we expect partly cloudy skies. We are seeing a big drop in our jet stream down to the south, and that's allowing a lot of weak storm systems to move through the area. Partly cloudy and frosty overnight tonight with low temperatures about 30 degrees. One more beautiful day of sunshine, and that'll be tomorrow. Mostly sunny and nice. We'll see high temperatures in those mid-40s before this strong, moist westerly flow begins to move our way, and that'll begin to happen on Friday. We do expect cloudy skies. There is a dip of a trough of low pressure down into Oregon. Some storm movement will come our way, and about a 40% chance of mainly evening rain showers on Friday. Highs during the day in the lower 40s. For your Saturday, a 20% chance of morning rain showers because of that area of low pressure. And then by afternoon, just mostly cloudy skies for us on Saturday. So I expect a decent Saturday afternoon with high temperatures in the low 40s. And as we end our weekend on Sunday, yeah, we will be mostly cloudy, but I think it'll be mainly dry for us on Sunday. We'll call it seasonal with high temperatures once again in the low 40s for our Sunday afternoon. And then as we kick off our next work week, of course, Monday is President's Day, and we will see cloudy skies. A double shot of low pressure will keep the west very cloudy. There's our 30% chance of rain on Monday. High temperatures staying very consistent to around 40 degrees. And by the end of our forecast on Tuesday, we will see a strong northwesterly flow coming down in the western U.S. and a wide area of rain mixed with snow showers. We'll see mainly rain, a 40% chance of it on Tuesday, with once again high temperatures right around 40 degrees. Time now to take a look at your 7-day forecast, and it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. The freezing mark overnight tonight, so expect those frosty windshields once again tomorrow morning. Then a beautiful day for Thursday, 45 our high temperature with mostly sunny skies. And then evening rain showers Friday, morning showers on Saturday. Will cool down into the low 40s, mostly cloudy on Sunday and seasonal. And then for your President's Day on Monday, cloudy skies, a 30% chance of rain, 39 our high temperature. And we're going to stay on the wet side for Tuesday, cloudy skies, a 40% chance of the wet stuff with high temperatures right around 40 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCW Life Evening News continues right after this.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Happy Wednesday to you. There was a big parade earlier today in Seattle to celebrate the world champions. Meanwhile, I can't believe the schedule this guy has had. Clint Kubiak, he leads the offense to the Super Bowl championship on Sunday, flies home, he turns around, flies back down to Las Vegas yesterday, and is introduced as the new head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders.
I want to make sure that I thank the Seattle Seahawks, John Snyder and Mike McDonald, all the players and coaches there. This day doesn't happen without me getting a chance to be a part of that culture and all the things I learned from those men.
Kubiak takes over after Pete Carroll was fired following just 1 year as coach in Las Vegas. Gonzaga men's basketball team had no trouble defending its home court in the Kennel last night. Graham Ike had his 6th consecutive 20-point game as the Zags demolished visiting Washington State 83-53. Ike also grabbed 7 rebounds for the 12th-ranked Bulldogs. Washington Huskies will host Penn State tonight in Big Ten basketball in Seattle. The game tips at 7:30. That'll be on the Big Ten Network. 25th ranked Washington women are on the road at number 15 Iowa today in Big Ten play. They'll start the game at, that game's already underway. It's on the B1G Plus network if you want to find it. Wenatchee got out to an early lead against visiting Eastmont last night in prep girls basketball, but the Wildcats came back for a win, 53-44. Noli Johnson led the way for Eastmont with 15 points. In that victory, Grant Olson had the call here on the NCW Life channel.
We've had a couple of ties underneath. Here's Hoven now trying to put some moves on. Can't do anything with it. Kicks it out. Noli Johnson to the basket. Layup good. There is the first Eastmont lead of this ball game. 26-25. Shot taken, air ball by Garcia. Down court. Noli Johnson with it. At the baseline. Off the glass. Good. Cardona, 2 seconds, 1, layup no good. There's Jones at the buzzer, it's good. It'll count, and that will do it for this one. Our final score, Eastmont 53 and Wenatchee 34. And Noli, you guys started off really slowly tonight. You were kind of cold from the field, and it seemed to me that defense is what picked you up in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned the last time I was talking to you was that we came out and put our defensive pressure on because we knew that's what was going to get us back in the game. And these past few league games, we've talked about making that our identity. You know, your offense any night can be cold like we showed tonight in the first half, but your defense you can always control. You can always have high energy. You can always be going for tips and steals. And so that's our identity, and that's how, as a team, we want to be known as, is our defense, not our offense.
And it seems, Noli, that the last time you played the Panthers, it was an 8-point close game at Eastmont. They kind of hurt you down low, and you kind of kept that away from them tonight. Good defense on Riley Jones down low.
Yeah, I mean, she's a great player. She's big. So Giselle did a great job, and then Giselle got in foul trouble, and our bench did a great job coming in on her. And then our guards played good defense on their guards outside, and that's all you can ask for, is for everybody to get a good matchup, and we had that tonight.
Also last night, Quincy had its season come to an end in the first round of the District 5 2A tournament, falling on the road at East Valley 58-51. Brewster is Central Washington 2B League Tournament champions with a hard-fought 46-44 win over Lake Roosevelt. Okanagan took third, downing Tonasket 47-30. Wenatchee boys completed a season sweep of Eastmont last night at Wenatchee High School. 65-53 the final. Travis Torres led the Panthers with 15 points in the win. Grant Olson again with a call on the NCWLIFE channel.
Eastmont now in a 2-3 chasing zone defense. Torres, far side wing, has it, dumps it down to Ray. Trying to find a cutter, couldn't do it. Torres going to take the three. Good! Torres, lob pass out to Ray. Back to Torres. Three. Good! That's his second consecutive three. We get close to 1 minute left in the third quarter. Far side, Ryder Ray looking for someone underneath. Now it's Harley. A couple of dribbles to Torres right at 1 minute. There's Torres for three again. This will wrap up our coverage of the basketball season here on the NCWLIFE channel. 2 seconds left. There's a shot by Caballero, no good, and that will end our ball game. The final score from Wenatchee High School is Wenatchee completes the clean sweep of the Wildcats. Wenatchee 65 and Eastmont 53. And we are back courtside as I am joined by NCWLIFE channel player of the game, Travis Torres. 15 points unofficially, but boy, those three-pointers, those three in the third quarter, kind of the icing on the cake tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give it to my teammates. You know, we were moving the ball, all getting good shots up, and you know, they're kicking it out to me. I just got to hit it for them.
And you know, you had a big height advantage tonight with Green and Jackson Kenyon both out. You tried to exploit that with Cass early, and it worked, especially in the second half.
Yeah, no, I think Connor did great. You know, he's the biggest guy out here, and he really showed it tonight.
So you're in the playoffs with the win tonight. You do play Davis on Friday. That would solidify things. So there's possibly a playoff games in your guys' future.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, Travis, great game tonight. Once again, 15 points, including 3 big three-pointers in the third quarter as Wenatchee goes on for a clean sweep of the Wildcats this season. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout, and we will be back with more right after this.
The higher seeds were all home winners last night to the first round of the District 5 1A tournament. Chelan beat Wapato 72-58. Royal ran past Walouk 89-54. Cashmere took care of Connell 67-58. Zilla beat up Omak 91-32. Okanagan captured the Central Washington 2B League title with a 78-69 win over Liberty Bell. Bridgeport took third with a 62-59 win over Tonasket. And congrats to the Garden City Academy boys. They advanced into the District 5 1B tournament with a 57-56 win over Thorpe last night at Wenatchee Valley College. Finally, Wenatchee Wild start the first of 2 home-and-home series tonight in Western Hockey League play. Wenatchee plays on the road tonight in Kelowna at 7:05. The Rockets then come to Wenatchee for a rematch Friday at 7 in the Town Toyota Center. Wild then travel to Spokane Saturday for a 6:05 game against the Chiefs in the Lilac City. 2 teams return to the Apple Capitol in the Wolves' Den Sunday at 4 o'clock for a rematch. You can go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com if you want tickets or more information. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
And that will do it for this Wednesday edition of the NCW Life Evening News. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.